Hey, 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 y'all, what you doing? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Hi. Oh, hey, y'all. Oh my God, this is a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yes, we hadn't chatted because you know what? I've been contemplating, meditating, thinking about all the wonderful things of the world. And you know what? You were a part of it. So let me see. I'm not supposed to be having this. I should be drinking sugar-free up. Isn't it something? When you start drinking something, you stop and just take a sip. And you're going to stop and you don't sip. You just drink more. Well, that's what I just did. But anyway, hey, yeah, hey, Victoria, hey, Sunshine, hey, Jackie. All right, here's go. Listen, y'all, honey, this is that's probably Tamar trying to call me. Did y'all hear what Tamar said? Tamar said she's about to get back into the studio and make some more good music. Now, she said that, which a lot of people say this, but I don't understand how this works. She said she makes great music through pain. That she experiences something painful, and all what she went through with her boyfriend or what have you. Now she's gonna make good music, honey. I guess is she doing that because that's what Mary Jo Blige said too? Because all the girls say they make good music, after they experience pain, honey. I don't understand that. I guess you put all your pain into the music and how you feel, and then it brings a good song. I don't know. But nevertheless, she said that, she's going to make some more music, a good album, a good song, and we're going to enjoy it. So we're going to see, because I don't know, anything she did that was painful, child, but nevertheless, honey, that's what she's going to do. But anyway, and y'all, we want to congratulate y'all, Kelly Rowland. Y'all know she announced today that she is pregnant. Yes, Kelly is pregnant. Her and her husband, evidently, they've been having sex. I would have never thought they were having sex. I thought she was pure and wholesome after she had their first child. But her and her husband, honey, are having a baby. She was on the cover of Women's Health magazine. And, she let the world know, baby, that she is pregnant. Miss Tina congratulated, and Beyonce congratulated her. Now, a lot of people say, honey, that she might be trying to have twins like Beyonce so they could both have 3 kids each. So I don't know. But we just glad she's pregnant. And, she's taking care of herself, honey. And, she has her little son, little Titan. So he don't have a brother or a sister. So congratulations to Kelly Rowland, honey. We all excited about it. She needs another baby because it's not good to have just one baby. And, they said this about Africans in America, that black folks are only having one baby, honey. As opposed to, we used to have 10 and 12 babies back in the day, honey. Now we only having 1 to 2 children. And they say that's not a good thing. We're not populating like we used to. But then some people say, well, honey, why have all them damn babies and you can't take care of them? So I don't know, child. Whatever she gonna do, but she gonna have that baby. She pregnant. So good for her. And I'm happy for Kelly, But the sad thing about, I don't like the way they do Michelle. Just because Michelle don't have any kids, honey. I mean, she, they should congratulate Michelle too and let Michelle know that she's a woman and she's worthy to be praised. Just like Kelly and Beyonce. But oh my God, y'all. Did y'all hear about, oh my God, this is so... Black China, child. Black China is letting the world know, baby, that she could pick up a can, honey. Let me see what they say, good. They say she could pick up a bottle, baby, with her booty cheeks. She could pick up a bottle with her booty cheeks, honey. She's letting the world know she could do it. But that's nothing new. Because who was it? I did a story years ago. Montel Williams, allegedly, his wife, Grace, used to crush cans with her booty. And, I think that's a talent when you could do something like that with your booty, honey. When you could crush a can or pick up a bottle with it, honey. I think that's great. I think more people should be able to, use their body parts, honey, for something other than the body part. So I think she should pick up a bottle with her butt, honey, and stuff like that. I mean, I could pick up what I could pick up? With my lips, I could pick up food. I sure can, honey. So I could do that with my with my lips. So crushing a can or picking up a bottle with your booty ain't nothing special, child, honey. It's nothing special. So why should you tell us that? Hey, Sandra, you shut up, Sandra. But anyway, So congratulations on the Black China baby. This bitch said she could do it with her butt, boo. So who gonna check her, boo? And speaking of booties, honey, okay, y'all know, I mean, y'all watch Dancing with the Stars, honey? Y'all know Jenny Mai on there, honey. You know, she from The Real. That's Jeezy's fiance. Well, she was talking today about some stuff, and I think a lot of women, I wonder if y'all would understand it. She said that she's going to be submissive to Jeezy. She said women should be submissive to their man, honey. It's good to be a power broker. It's good to be a boss, as y'all said, and all that stuff, honey. But she said you need to be submissive to your man, honey. Now, I don't know how that works. You know, she explained it, she broke it down, but I don't know, honey. You, women being submissive to me. My thing is, if I'm going to be submissive to a man, now, if he works and bring home money just like I'm doing, honey, or what have you, and we kind of doing this together, split together, maybe we would be, I would be obligated or submissive or whatever you want to use word. But if the bastard ain't working, and honey, and you bringing all the money in and doing all that stuff, no, you're not going to sit there and tell me what to do and run no money and run my money and stuff like that. But she said that, honey, because she married this black man, honey. She married a hood Negro. And, honey, he probably already told her ain't going to be none of that Vietnamese stuff, honey, whatever she's from, child. They ain't going to have that, honey. They ain't going to be eating rice and noodles all the time and stuff. They're going to eat some oxtails and all that. So she's going to learn how to cook oxtails, honey, and be, you know, submissive to him and make him some oxtails. I guess, honey. But anyway, I think that's good, though. I mean, you know, more women should be that way. They should be submissive to their men and stuff, honey, you know. Not for you, Perzina, you know, because I think, you know, I don't know, what the world coming to, child? I wonder, I don't want to go there. I'm not going to say that, child. I'm going to be nice, honey. Oh, Tracy, you a mess. But, I don't know, but let's just pray that her and Jeezy work out, because I got a feeling, honey, they ain't going to stay married long, child. She already talking about Jeezy and all this stuff on TV, baby, please, honey. Jeezy is a hood figure, honey. He left damn Keisha Cole, honey, crying. So, girl, you going to be crying too, child. Trust me, honey. So, we're going to see how that all work out, child, but we're going to see how submissive she be to him, honey, because nobody being submissive this year, honey. No way. No, ma'am, Pam. No submission, honey. We're going to work together, and you're going to do, honey, what I asked you to do, and you're going to do, you know, we're going to work it out. Oh, y'all, and this is for free one, y'all. Now, it's still reported out that, I don't know, you know, the story that happened with Brad, my colleague, and her sister, honey, where, you know, Lisa Ray went off, honey, when Brad said happy birthday to her, and she wasn't expecting her, and she, said she hadn't talked to Brad in a minute, y'all, but they say she has yet to apologize. So, but it's a sad, touching thing, though, honey. You know, how does stuff like this happen, you know? You try to be happy and nice for your family member and stuff, and then they be upset and stuff. So, I don't know, child. I'm just going to pray, honey, and it's going to be all right, y'all, because I know it is, and I just feel it in my spirit that it's going to be all right. So, y'all just keep all parties lifted up in prayer, okay? Do that, please, for me. And be submissive to your loved one. Okay? Merry Christmas. Oh, and don't y'all forget to damn it vote, honey. Please vote. And don't forget to watch the debate tonight, child, baby. Miss Kamala, honey, and Pence, honey, baby. They're going to be debating, honey. They say Miss Kamala, honey, she's going to do what she needs to do. She's going to be a very grand girl, because remember, she's an AKA, honey, where pretty girls wear 20 pearls, if y'all didn't know that. So we want to make sure we watch that tonight, baby, because I'm going to sure be tuned in, honey. I watched the last debate, girl. I watched the whole hour and 30 minutes. I don't believe I sat there and watched that damn debate, honey, because I have never done that before, because I got to get to bed early, honey, because I got to get up early in the morning to talk to y'all. But tonight, I'm going to watch it, honey. I don't know why they put it on so late, honey. I guess they figure, honey, black folks go to bed early, honey, and they'll put it on. So we won't watch it, but, baby, we staying up to watch it. So y'all make sure y'all watch it tonight. And I don't know what else coming on tonight, so, but I'm going to just watch that debate, boo, okay? All right. Well, I want y'all to have a great night and a better tomorrow, okay? You all are so beautiful. Have a great day and a better tomorrow.
Well, last week...
Please tell me why it's a fly sitting on top of this man's head.
70 million Americans and refused to condemn...
Flies stick to shit. Flies be on that bullshit.
It wasn't like he didn't have a chance.
Full of shit.
Oh, man, it's going to be all right. Red heaven, I like that one right there. There you go, Pastor Haynes. Oh, you better know it, Rickey Smiley. It's going to be all right, man.
Yes, sir. I know you got a good word this morning.
Hey, thank you so much. This song goes out to those who are ready to give up and quit because you're just tired. You're tired of the pandemic. You're tired of drama. You're tired of being overwhelmed and life getting you down. But this song gives us the promise it's going to be all right. I think that's something that everybody needs to know. It's going to be all right simply means that even while I'm going through, I've got something to look forward to. I love that right there because all of us go through stuff in life. We go through hell and high water. We go through days of difficulties and disappointments. We go through adversity and attacks. We go through crises and even calamities. But here's the good news. While I'm going through, this song says it's going to be all right. So I've got something to look forward to. When you have something to look forward to in the midst of what you're going through, somehow it gives you the strength to get up when life is trying to tear you down. Somehow it gives you the strength to believe in spite of the fact that life is trying to break you. I'll stop right there because that's for somebody who feels broken by all that has gone wrong and gone down in life. But here's what you do. Don't let your brokenness stop you from believing that it's going to be all right, because sometimes, I love this right here, God, just when we reach our breaking point, is arranging our breakthrough so that when we experience that breaking point, we're right there on the verge of the breakthrough that God has for us, where God is going to pull us through and see us through in spite of all that we have been going through. So in light of the fact that it's going to be all right, maybe your testimony should be, I'm too lit to quit. I'm so lit, I'm not going to quit because I see how this thing is going to turn out. It's going to be all right, meaning that even though life is a fight, it's a fixed fight. And in a fixed fight, all I have to do is keep showing up, keep standing up, keep fighting, because in the end, I'm going to win. It's gonna be all right.
That is Pastor Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas, Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes. Let everybody know how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. You can catch me on social media. I'm on Twitter and Instagram at FH Unscripted. I'm on Facebook, Frederick D. Haynes, and my YouTube channel. I have messages there, Frederick Haynes.
There it is, y'all. Hey, appreciate you, Pastor Haynes. Love you, man.
Yeah, Rickey, thank you.
This is it. What's up, y'all? You ready for your miracle? Hey. Well, get it. This is it. All right. It is a beautiful Thursday morning here at the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Go ahead and give y'all your first hour front page news. Let you know what happened last night. Did you guys watch the debate? Did you see it? Good morning, Johnny. So the one and only vice presidential debate happened last night with VP Mike Pence and Senator Kamala Harris. Well, what I can say, it was better than Agent Orange's situation. But I don't know if we should be extremely happy. I know one thing, Kamala Harris held it down. How y'all feeling on this Thursday? Y'all getting ready? One more day, then it's Friday. Cheers to the freaking weekend. Put your hands up. Pat yourself on the back. Hug yourself. You made it. We here. We here. All we got to do is get through this Thursday. We're going to slide through. Your eyes is open. If you texting right now on my Instagram, that means we halfway there, baby. Let's go. This is it. Speak against everything that comes to destroy the purpose of your life. This is it. Let it go. Shake it off. Get up. Good morning. Someone said I need to visit Jamaica. I will be in Jamaica in a few weeks. Worry not. My friend's husband rented a whole island, so I'll be there. This is it. Sometimes I wish I didn't have a raspy voice, but then I hear girls with like super high pitched voice, and I'm like, I don't want to sound like that all day. But just so y'all can know, they used to call me Girl Six, who was a phone sex operator. Spike Lee movie. Shout out Spike Lee. Yeah, but they used to call me Girl 6 growing up because my voice was this deep in like the 5th grade. Stupid. Should nobody wake up this rap.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all. Rick's on the Morning Show. It is 11 minutes after the hour. Hey, got your front page right here being brought to you by Ford. That's right, the segment's being brought to you by Ford. Doing what's needed for over a century. Built for America. Built Ford proud. Good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So the one and only vice presidential debate between Vice President Mike Pence and Democratic nominee Senator Kamala Harris was held last night. We saw a huge difference from last night to last week's presidential debate. Now, although many questions were left unanswered, mostly by Mike Pence, who interrupted and talked over the moderator, the two discussed the coronavirus, U.S. relations with China, the Supreme Court, climate change, and the Breonna Taylor case. And just a quick note, I don't know if you guys saw, but a little fly landed on Mike Pence's head as he discussed the issue of racism and police brutality.
Brad, is that what you was calling me about? I fell asleep. I nodded off.
I'm sorry.
He sat there for about 3 minutes.
You know it is. You know it is.
I woke up about 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, damn, Brad called me. And then I looked. I said, yeah, she probably called me about that fly. She probably somewhere being petty.
No, for real. That is why I called you for real.
I think we all noticed it, and the timing was perfect.
Hey, Eva, I got good news, Eva. We're gonna get an opportunity to talk to the fly this morning.
Yes,
the fly
that's what I was going to ask you last
Yeah.
night. Can we do an interview with the fly?
Yeah. He's gonna be calling in. Thanks to our wonderful producers here. They booked the fly.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to talk to the fly. Well, until the fly gets here, in other news, a third hurricane is moving into the Gulf and is headed towards Louisiana. So this hurricane, Hurricane Delta, is expected to make landfall on Friday or Saturday. Meanwhile, former Minneapolis police officer charged with the murder of George Floyd's death, Mr. Derek Chauvin, was released from jail yesterday, which was October 7th, after posting a $1 million bond. And last, the mayor's office has released an internal investigation file into Breonna Taylor's case. Now, the file does not include documents from the Attorney General's office and the Office of Investigation or from the FBI, which was conducting a completely separate investigation altogether. So we will definitely be keeping up to date on that. That was a quick look at your front page news. For more, log on to the RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T-T-O Sheezy. What's going on in sports?
Well, let's talk about the NBA Finals. Game 5 will be tomorrow. The Lakers has made an announcement. They will be wearing their Black Mamba uniforms to try to close out the Miami Heat to win their 17th title as a franchise. So we're going to see what happens. Tonight, Thursday Night Football, Tampa Bay versus the Chicago Bears. Both teams are 3-1. Tampa Bay is looking better and better each week. They starting to heat up. Pick Tampa Bay to win this game right here. The rest of my NFL picks of the week will be tomorrow. And there will probably be many NFL games canceled or postponed due to players and staff members testing positive for COVID-19 over the next few weeks. Matter of fact, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback
got COVID.
I sound crazy.
Yep, that's why you should have came on in. Anyway,
what I sound like, man?
Garbage. You sound about as good as September the 15th when Special K did that top 10 that went funny.
Hey, wait a minute.
The day I remember.
What'd you say, Eva?
The day I remember.
Hey.
The day that came back.
Flag on the play. Unnecessary.
Oh, Lord, that's funny. Oh, Lord, 5:48 a.m. We will never forget. Gary, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. All right, child. We are talking about it, honey, and I'll be glad when this story is over. But earlier this year, you remember when Will and Jada Pinkett Smith, they sat down, y'all, for a red table talk to discuss Jada's wonderful affair with that younger R&B singer, August Alsina. Well,
it was an entanglement.
Yes, honey. Now, this is the deal. They're saying Will, honey, says that he definitely was not crying. And he said, honey, him and Jada, honey, went back in their mansion and laughed all this mess off. Now, he posted a video on YouTube, and he explained that they shot the segment at 12 o'clock at night. He said that's why his eyes appear to be red and watery. He said also, Joe, that those 4 tears put everyone, honey, on Jada's side or against Jada. But he said they laughed. And you know what? I still think that was fake. This is to get their numbers up, honey, and people talking about them or what have you. Because look, they still together. And usually when a woman is cheated on a man or did anything similar to that mess, the man would immediately leave her, and he's still with Jada.
Yeah, he just didn't care.
Oh, he cared.
They got over it. The only reason I think that they did the Red Table Talk is because they created this platform for all of these people to come and talk about their business. Now they are in the news. So it is only fitting that they use the same form in which they put other people on to air their laundry. So I just think it was reciprocity. You know, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. She's done it for everyone else. Now it's time to turn the table on yourself.
And that's a good thing. What'd you say, Ricky?
Reciprocity.
That's right, baby. Reciprocity. That's the word of the day, honey. Reciprocity. All right. The color today, y'all, is green with envy. On the high end, you say green with envy, and on the low, you say beautiful grass green. That's your color for the day. Brad, what's up next in the hot spot?
Coming up next in the hot spot, we got a dope Rock the Vote concert coming up, and I'm going to tell you who's going to perform. Up next, Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot,
and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot.
It's the BR18.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 29 minutes after the hour. Y'all, Brad got your hot spot. What up?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brad Tat Tat, and this is the Hot Spot, where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Chance the Rapper, Demi Lovato, Chloe and Haley, Young Ava, and a few more artists will all perform at the Pepsi Unmute Your Voice concert presented by Rock the Vote. The concert will stream Thursday, October 8th, and Friday, October 9th on Triller. Several performers tweeted their enthusiasm on Wednesday, and Demi Lovato wrote, "I'm joining Triller and Pepsi for their Pepsi Unmute Your Voice concert. This election is so important to me, so get registered to vote with Rock the Vote and join me at 8 p.m. Eastern on Triller." All right, y'all, moving on. Scarface. Oh, Lord, have mercy. Here we go. Gary, you're going to have to solicit the prayer warriors. He's revealed to his fans that he's in need of a kidney, y'all. He was diagnosed with COVID back in the summer and revealed to his fans that he suffered kidney failure as a result. He's been on dialysis ever since, and he tweeted yesterday, "I need a kidney, y'all. Any volunteers? B positive blood type." Months back, Scarface told Willie D in an interview about his experience with the coronavirus, saying, "This whole week has been an ordeal, Will. It's the craziest thing I've ever done and seen in my life." He said, "Like, I've been to the point where I just felt like I was going to die, bro. I threw up so much until it was like hot sauce, like your gases and your stomach acids is hot. I don't have no food in my stomach, man. It was just coming up like bile, bro. I couldn't breathe, Will." Oh, man, so we need to keep Scarface in our prayers. And if you are his blood type, you know, you only need one kidney to you know, function, right, Ricky?
Yeah, you got to have a kidney, but I'm sure by him being so young or whatever, somebody would definitely give him a kidney. And by him having a big following and being the name he is, he'll get, you know, nurses and doctors will look out for him. So he'll definitely get a kidney. I had a frat brother that's in his middle 70s and got a kidney and back to normal. So God bless him, you know, in his life. But he'll definitely get a kidney.
Yeah, well, we're going to keep him lifted.
But he got to have it because you don't want to do dialysis 3 times a week for 3 hours.
My little cousin Asia has to do that, so I don't wish that on anybody. All right, y'all. Moving on. Ex-husband Lenny Kravitz has confirmed that Bill Cosby fired Lisa Bonay from A Different World after she became pregnant with their daughter Zoe Kravitz. Ooh, in his new memoir, Let Love Rule, Kravitz said that the show's producer Debbie Allen and Bonay called Cosby in for a meeting. He told Bonay, "You're here to tell me you're pregnant, aren't you?" Who reportedly Debbie Allen explained, and she liked the idea of Bonay's character, Denise Huxtable, deciding to raise a child on her own with the support of her friends. And then Kravitz said that Cosby said he would think about it. Then a few days later, he called with a decision saying Lisa Bonay is pregnant, but Denise Huxtable is not. And Bonay was let go.
You know what? That's crazy because that would have been a wonderful opportunity.
Yes.
Judge Nikita Blockton, she's a circuit court judge, Delta Sigma Theta, and she raised Alexis, you know, while a student at Miles College, and would have been a great example because it's some college students that end up in relationships and they have a baby while they're in college and they still go ahead to graduate and move on to do big and great things, not promoting that, it could have been a good lesson learned, a good motivational story to all the single parents out there that had to struggle raising their son and their daughter while they were, finishing up, getting their degrees and stuff. So that was I wish he would have done that differently.
Yeah.
That would have been a great story.
Yeah. Who we gonna wrap up the hot spot right there, y'all? Coming up next, we got Special K with the news you absolutely, positively cannot use, and we got the wake up call. So why don't y'all hit us up at 1-866-9 Ricky? That's 1-866-9 RICKEY. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, a lot of stuff going on. I don't know if y'all saw the presidential debate last night, but a fly landed on Mike Pence, head for like almost 3 minutes. And we have him right here on the phone. Good morning.
Good morning, Mickey.
Hey, hey, what happened? What happened? First of all, what's your name and where did you come from?
Yeah, they call me Marty McFly. I done heard I'm buzzing in these streets right now, Ricky. I'm popping.
All right, then. What made you jump on the vice president's head last night?
Well, I was just flying around doing my thing, and then I saw what I thought was a piece of calcified poo. But it wasn't. It was Mike Pence, who apparently is calcified poo.
Hey, so how long did you fly around before you decided that you was going to land on Mike Pence?
Let me tell you something. Time just flies. I have no concept of time. About a minute.
So, Mike Pence has been exposed to coronavirus. So, and a lot of people was concerned that the fly is going to have to quarantine for 14 days.
This is true, Ricky. I'm just going to hang around, fly around, Trump and just see what happens from there.
Yeah.
Can't get any sicker, right?
Hey, well, let me ask you this. When the last time, before you landed on Mike Pence, did you get an opportunity to land on a piece of shit?
Mike Pence was the piece of shit.
There you go. Hey, thank you so much for that's what. Hey,
Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky, can I hear a song?
Yeah, what you want to hear?
Time Flies When You're Having Fun by Janet Jackson.
Hey, we got you right here, y'all. Hey, requested by the fly right here. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Lord. Bye.
Bye-bye.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 10 before the top of the hour. Y'all give it up and show your love a comedian extraordinaire, Special K.
Special K. Hey, man, this morning we got some news you absolutely can use, because if I have not learned anything else, I grew up in a household with 3 women, okay? 3 black women. And then I've been married for almost 25 years to a black woman. Mm-hmm. And I got black women that are my daughters.
Right.
One thing I've learned over the years, and I wish I don't. If I could have talked to Mike Pence prior to this debate last night, I let him know you cannot argue and you cannot win an argument with a black woman. I think, Ricky, you know that. Rock T, you know that. You can, and even you're a black woman, Brett, you're black. You cannot win an argument with a black woman, because black women have this certain thing about them that they just not gonna let it happen.
It's impossible.
It's impossible. Impossible. She came out of the gates on that debate last night, throwing deep on first down. She came out.
She went for the ball, man.
You know, in the NFL game, you rarely see that on the first play from scrimmage. She went for the end zone.
Yeah, she did. Classic Alabama football. First play of the game.
Trump administration, the worst, most disastrous in history. Like, damn, when we get started, did you even say good evening? Did anything? When a black woman really ain't feeling you, she gonna go for the family jewels off the first part of the argument.
Yeah.
And that's what she did. And that's what you do. The best thing Mike Pence had going for him last night was that they had a moderator there. Because, see, Now, I was looking for certain phrases that she might have said, and she held back. She didn't say, first of all, because when you arguing with a black woman, she say, first of all, you know you in trouble.
Right.
Because that means she about to come with something that you probably ain't ready for. Or she say, you know, I find it funny how, and you know it's going to be a problem when she say, you know, I find it funny how.
And you know what, Kay? And I believe that she had an earpiece on with Eva in her ear the whole debate.
I could hear Eva in her voice. Okay, so what you not gonna do? Now she said that without saying it. She said that. Okay, so what you when she kept saying I'm speaking, and when a black woman is mad but she's smiling,
she laughs.
You know you in trouble.
She laughs, Kay.
You in trouble. She had that little smile going. She was showing all them teeth.
Yeah, she finna set your car. That's when she finna do something to your car when she laughing and smiling.
Oh my God!
It might Pence went out there. All them cars was on fire and the windows was broke out.
Boy, let me tell you something. And I thought she was gonna cuss when the lady asked her, "Would you take a back seat if it came out right now?" She said, "Well, yeah, if Dr. Fauci said it was good, then I'd be first in line. But if Donald Trump said it, oh hell no!"
And she didn't even say President Trump. She said Donald Trump, like he was a dude she met at the club.
Exactly. Bruh, she threw all the shade. See, and the worst thing Mike Pence tried to do is, you can't be condescending to a woman that has her stature. A black woman that's been to a good college, that got nice hair, that's had a good job.
Right.
All these, you can't be condescending.
She said, "You will not lecture me.
You will not.
Will not
over me."
And that's when I heard Gary's voice. When Gary,
no ma'am, niece.
No, when he say, let's make no error. Let's make no error. What you won't do, you won't be condescending. See, you can only be condescending to a woman that can't spell condescending.
Right.
Now, if you're talking to a hood chick that can't spell or define condescending, you can be condescending. You can't be condescending to a black woman with high self-esteem. That's not going to work for you. And I think that's where the fly came from. Fly said, "You know what? This is a bunch of, and I'm just gonna sit on this."
Or when the moderator told her to stop speaking, she said, "No, Joe spoke over me, so I will finish."
He cut me off.
Right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
So I will finish.
She said it calmly. She said it.
So okay, let me ask you a question. So when she said that right there, what black women all across America in front of their TV, what were they doing, Kay?
They had them hands going. They had them hands going. They were like, "Yes, Kamala. Yes, Kamala."
They were clapping.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the team. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 8 minutes after the hour. Gary has the tea in the club today. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Jenny Mai, honey. Everybody's talking about little Jenny. She's speaking out. You know, everybody knows that she's about to get married to Jeezy. But she's saying some things to the world, and a lot of women are a little bit upset about it. Here's what she had to say.
So I'm going to say right here that I, Jeannie Mai, going into my marriage, I want to submit to my man. Let me explain. Right. I'm a very dominant woman. I own my business. I lead my teams. I played my own manager, my own publicist, my own lawyer when I didn't have money to have those people. So I make the decisions in my life. When I come home, I like the idea that my man leads us. That doesn't mean that in this case, Jay makes all the decisions for us. That doesn't mean that when he says, how are we spending our money or where are we moving, that I just say, yes, sir. It's not that. I don't want to lead in our household and in our marriage. I want him to lead.
She's right.
What?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing wrong with what she said.
That's cute.
That's 100% correct.
It's sweet.
How is it supposed to be?
That's what the problem is, Gary. That's what the problem is.
That's exactly how it goes, Gary.
Get more men to step up and lead and make the decisions, you know, with respect, you know, hey, babe, what do you think? You know what I'm saying? But hey, baby, like, well, okay, baby, well, what do you think? I said, okay, well, we're going to go with A. She said, okay, well, we'll go with A. You know, but if my wife want to go with B or whatever, you know, I'm like, okay, babe, we can go with B if that's, you know, if A don't work for you or whatever. But she expect me to lead, though, you know, and you can lead respectfully without being chauvinistic.
Run over you, you gonna have a unrunning household is what you gonna have.
Yeah.
But not only that, I think what Jenny was speaking to is she doesn't want to run that. She spends her time being a boss out in the world all day. And so just because she doesn't need him to financially provide for her, she wants him to be the man of the house. And I think a lot of women feel that way, especially those that are already financially sound.
Yeah, but look, and maybe that might be so in the world of entertainment with a rich world because she has money. But look how many women let men lead, honey, that's broke and then lead them right out the damn door. So no way, honey, he ain't finna leave me. We gonna lead each other. I thought it was supposed to be 50-50.
No,
what happened to 50-50?
No, that's not how that works, Gary.
No, the man
That's what society has done when when you came up with all these programs that take the father out of the household. And you have trained women to be independent and don't need a man. And when a woman come in with that attitude and that vibe or whatever, then that defeat the purpose. It's okay to be independent and can make your money and have a career and all that kind of stuff. But it's just a certain kind of energy in the house, that I think we all, men and women, should be respectful to each other.
Right. Yeah. I want to Mary J. Blige agree with her. But anyway, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. Kelly Rowland, congratulations, Ricky. She's pregnant.
Yeah, she announced that she's coming back. That ain't gonna ever.
What?
That ain't gonna ever open up. When they get that second baby, when they put that sonogram on Facebook, you just go on and just stop following them because you don't see it.
It's a wrap.
She had one baby and you still got a chance because you know he ain't gonna act right. But when she get pregnant again, that's a wrap. You might as well go to Instagram and start pulling up some pictures and getting in them DMs, see what you can find.
Yeah, but people are talking about it. They're congratulating her. Miss Tina congratulated her, and Beyonce, I'm going to congratulate her. But a lot of people saying, how dare she get pregnant, Ricky, during a pandemic?
Yeah,
people
that's the best time. Ain't nothing else to do.
Easiest way.
Oh, Lord. Well, nevertheless, honey, Calendria Rowland, she's 39 years old, and she's pregnant with her second child. Everybody's excited about it. She's excited about it.
You got to say her government name.
Oh, yeah, but, just in case people didn't know who Kelly Rowland was, the old neighbors know that was Calendria girl. That's still Kelly. But she's on the cover of Women's Health magazine, and she looks amazing, and people are congratulating. So congratulations to Kelly and her baby. So this is going to be number 2. She has a son, Titan. So we're going to see what this baby be named, honey. Y'all naming them all these new fancy names now, so maybe.
Yeah, you have to go with the times. You don't have to, nobody naming Bob and Earl and, Ernest.
Carolyn.
All that stuff no more. You have to go with the time.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for them 90s baby. I feel bad for them crack generation named babies. Them the ones that's going to be struggling in church. People ain't going with Wilhelmina.
The Marquavius.
Oh yeah, but when you 90 years old and Deacon Marquavius Smith, that ain't gonna be beautiful at church.
Everybody gonna join the church.
Yeah, people gonna be looking at that obituary and looking in that casket like, this ain't who I thought this was.
Okay. The color today is green with envy. On the high end, on the low, just say grass green. That's your color for today, baby. Marquavius.
People. Marquavius 98 years old and everybody in the funeral with a t-shirt on with his picture on it. Somebody up there singing, this is for my homie. This song is for my homie in that gangster lane. This is for my homie.
Start to thinking that I don't want that
Marquavius. Somebody's great grandfather. All right, coming up. I got your wake up calls. Get at me. Call me right now. 866-9-RICKY. 866-9-RICKY. Marquavius got a rim in his casket and some insure on the side. All right, time for the wake up calls. Here we go. Hey.
Wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause we woke you up this morning. Let's lead you in your house shoes. Go and be better. Wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Wanna know where you calling from? So come on and tell us. Just wake up.
from Atlanta. I just want to wake up my sisters, Demari, Desiree, Demaya, and Tika. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
This is Debbie Sherrod from Anderson, South Carolina, telling my children to wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning to everybody at the show. Thank y'all so much. Y'all been doing an awesome job. Good morning to New Orleans. Wake up, wake up, wake up. My family in Indianapolis, Indiana. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Shout out to all my healthcare co-workers. This is Erica from Little Rock, especially my cath lab co-workers and my wonderful husband, Gary. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Black time, wake up, wake up. You know what time it is, Rickey Smiley show, baby.
What's yours? 'Cause we gon' let them know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Black and Rouge, wake up. Taylor Hanson, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. And Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Hey, appreciate it, Brett.
You welcome, Ricky.
Yes, sir.
Hey.
Boom, boom. Church in 60 seconds. Up next, y'all. 27 minutes after the hour. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got church in 60 seconds with the one and only Pastor Fred. Pastor Fred.
I was talking to a young brother, Brother Ricky. It's such a blessing to be here this morning. To all of the believers, deceivers, and stimulus check receivers. Young brother was telling me his story. Because you know, Brother Ricky, if it ain't one thing, it's another.
All right.
The brother told me, said, I got up this morning, tried to get off of work. Couldn't even find one clean shirt. There was no hot water when I jumped in the shower. I know my boss is going to dock me an hour.
Come on now.
The older I get, the more I discover if it ain't one thing, it's another. I got to the car, tried to get motivated. Now I'm stuck in traffic, and all I'm doing is waiting. This fool behind me keeps blowing his horn. I got my top laid back, and it's coming up a storm. Oh, the older I get, the more I discover if it ain't one thing, it's another.
Come on now.
Close this out now. Light bill, phone bill, water and gas. Payday is coming, and it goes so fast. There's no way out. I'm telling you, brother, if it ain't one thing, it's another. Say yeah. Follow me, Pastor Fred. If it ain't one thing, it's another.
Ladies and gentlemen, church in 60 seconds. We are out of here. Pastor Fred, y'all.
Yeah, sure.
All right, y'all. Chicken and Waffle Mix up next. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Yeah, my best ever kid.
Black Tony, what you want, man?
Man, Shawty, I'm trying to, Shawty, you been to them politics.
Yeah.
First of all, Shawty, let me say this. First of all, give honor to God who the head of my life, Shawty. I ain't finna be here today. I'm finna let you know that right now.
Wow.
Because I'm trying to get myself together. I'm trying to spend some time with the Lord this morning, so I'm praying. I ain't going to be there today because I need to pray, Shawty. But look, Shawty,
what you need to pray for? What happened?
Shawty, I'm just trying to get my life together. I'm trying to go in a new direction, Shawty. I'm getting into politics. I've been listening to the dude on on the radio show who be talking about the politics and going out and voting and you don't vote and all that.
Yeah.
I've been listening to the dude, Shawty, and being. But look, Shawty, I'm watching the thing last night, Shawty, with what the light skinned chick name is, the little red bone chick.
Kamala Harris.
What's her name?
Senator Kamala Harris from California. She's vice president.
Shawty got good hair and all that. But I wish she had a little sister. I let your boy I need to be in that family. Look, Shawty. Yeah, Shawty, but look, they ain't talking about nothing. What I'm trying to talk about, Shawty, they ain't talking about what's going on in the hood out here. You know what I'm saying? Boy, Newport done went up to down there $7, Shawty. Ain't nobody saying nothing about that. Who gonna talk about that?
I don't think America's concerned about no Newports.
Shawty, with voucher, you can't buy nothing. But Shawty, you can't buy no frozen squirrel. You can't buy no crab leg. You can't buy nothing with no damn wit voucher, Shawty. You can't do that.
So you felt like that was more important to talk about?
No, ain't nobody said nothing about wit voucher.
And you know what, Black Tony, you got a point because Newport used to come with an outfit. They used to come with sunglasses. They used to come with
T-shirt and a hat.
A little T-shirt and a hat, little camera. Man, Newport slipping.
Look, Hey, look, but the truck down there dead. Started them folks done cut them folks unemployment off. They were getting them 600. When they were getting them folks that 600, but they were coming through there. So they ain't coming through the truck no more. So the truck down there dead.
So
the truck look like a ghost town, son.
So you saying, so you wasn't feeling the debate last night because they not talking about the issues that concern you.
Yo, the down buy here, pay her car lights out. The user could put $500 down to get you a nice little wheel. Now you got to come in there with a stack, boy. $1,500.
Tell me the down payment for a wheel.
$1,500 to buy here, pay her, son.
Buy here, pay here. Yep. In-house financing.
Yeah, they didn't turn we finance to we finna see.
Turn your title in, but they don't need, man.
Yeah, I feel you, Black Tony. Don't worry about coming in today because I know that's got you stressed out, man.
Yeah, first grade. That's why I'm here praying and reading the Bible, son.
Yeah, we'll see you tomorrow, Black Tony.
You can't buy no damn seafood.
The Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Everybody's talking about the bachelorette party. Whose bachelorette party? Cynthia Bailey's, y'all, from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Now, they're saying, honey, that this bachelorette party took a wild turn recently. Now, they're saying, honey, that it featured a bunch of hookups between two Real Housewives of Atlanta stars and a male stripper. Now, according to Page 6 report, they're saying the insider claims, y'all, that some of the women hooked up with one another at the mansion that they stayed in Charleston, South Carolina. And they're saying that there were about 10 guests. Now, they're saying that there were multiple people, and some of the girls were just all having a good time together. And they're saying that some of them hooked up with this stripper. Now, they're saying that the girls were a little bit intoxicated, but they're saying that the bridal shower was really interesting. Or should I say the bachelorette party was really interesting. Eva, were you there?
Nope.
Oh, you weren't there?
Eva was at home reading the Bible.
I was not there. I know nothing about it. I was not involved. Nope.
Okay. They said some things that kind of like could have pertained to you, but nevertheless.
Hold on. What was said that could have pertained to me?
That you was acting wild, honey, and honey having a great time. I mean, we know you like to have a great time when you get a refreshing beverage. So
why a refreshing beverage?
I do,
she
but
always have a great time. She don't need a refreshing beverage.
Exactly, and I do believe this was this past weekend where I was at home making Sunday dinner and celebrating my son's birthday. I went to no one's bachelorette party.
Okay.
And we got the video on Facebook.
Okay.
The birthday party.
She was being a good wife. All right, then. Well, honey, congratulations.
If you need me to testify for you, I got your back, sis.
Thanks,
bro. Well, congratulations, honey.
Gary.
And all the people at the bachelorette party. All right, moving on. In other celebrity news, y'all, R&B singer Monica Arnold. We all know Monica, y'all. You remember she announced earlier this year that she was divorcing from her wonderful NBA baller husband, Mr. Shannon Brown. Well, now it's being reported, y'all, there's a woman speaking out. Her name is Brandy. Miss Brandy said that she admitted to breaking up Monica's marriage to Shannon. Now, she's saying, y'all, honey, that she was to jump off. She said she doesn't, seem to have any regret about this. She said that, she and him, Shannon, allegedly were sleeping together, and, he was married to Monica at the time because people was accusing her. They said she was sleeping with Kevin Gates, but then she corrected an error. She said, no, it was not Mr. Gates. It was Monica's husband, Shannon. So she let the world know that, and she said, honey, Shannon didn't give an F, honey, and she said, so why worry?
Why her name got to be Brandy?
Nah, I don't know. But why she talking, though? But nevertheless, I just guess. I don't know. People just talking more than they ever did before.
Where she live, Rick?
Oh, I ain't gonna say it. Y'all know where she live. Anybody that sleep and talk, you know what city they live in. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it.
Yes. Well, speaking of sleeping and talking, y'all, baby, guess who's speaking out? Shaka Khan, honey. We all love Shaka Khan, baby. I love Miss Shaka. Well, she's speaking out. She recently was on comedian Ludell's podcast, and baby, Lunell asked Shaka Khan. She said, "Girl, honey, have you ever slept or bedded with the late Rick James?" And baby, Miss Shaka Khan said she had never slept with no Rick James. She said he was too worn, honey, for her. She said, hell no, I wouldn't have touched him with your stuff, Lunell. She said he was too worn, honey. Now, she said, honey, that she was not that kind of woman ever. She said she may have had a couple of mercy situations, but that was not one of them. So Congratulations to Shaka Khan, baby.
Congratulations to her for not sleeping with Rick James. Congratulations to everybody for not sleeping with Rick James.
But can a man be 2-1? I thought they used to say that about women, but men get 2-1 too?
Yes.
Really?
STDs are real.
Rick James was a super freak.
Rick Brad show was.
He was cold-blooded.
Okay.
Super freak. Super freak.
That's too much.
Temptation sing.
When I came home last night.
What did it say, Brad?
When I came home last night. You didn't make love to me.
All
You
right.
went fast asleep. You wouldn't even talk to me. You
Brad.
say I'm so crazy.
Brad, love them and need them. That's what I used to do.
All right, baby. Y'all gave that rendition. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today is green with envy. On the high end, you say green with envy. On the low end, you say beautiful grass green. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T. I'm really excited this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please welcome Grammy Award winner, actor, activist, and now bank owner. What? I didn't know that. Killer Mike, y'all.
Good morning.
Mike.
Good morning. Good morning.
Man, so happy to have you, man. Congratulations on everything. Did you watch the debate last night?
Absolutely not.
Oh, you did?
No, that's like watching your auntie drag your uncle. I knew who was going to win the debate. That's like watching Esther. That's like watching Esther argue with her husband. You know she gonna drag Woodrow out of there. So.
Woodrow? Mike, you missed the fly on Mike Pence's head last night. Did you hear about the fly?
Hey man, flies are usually attracted to
Hey,
wow.
Hey, listen, man. So you know, people know you for your music, your activism, all kinds of things. But for years, people may not know that you've been working behind the scenes to actually open up a bank for the Black and Latino community. And we are happy to announce your dream has came true. Congratulations. Tell us all about it.
Well, I don't want people to think this is some grand plan. I'm a musician. My wife always reminds me, good morning, Shay. You sing and dance for a living. And we managed to open some businesses, one including which is the Swag Shop, chain of barbershops, and co-owned Bankhead Seafood along with T.I. So I know from a personal perspective, a lot of times small Black businesses and medium-sized businesses find it hard to find financing and capital for our ideas. We get turned down at a rate of 21% for our loans. Other people, whites in particular, only about 8%. So Greenwood is the future. And what I mean by that is when I first said as a form of protest we should do Black banking 4 or 5 years ago, it caused such a stir that Wells Fargo put out $60 million for Black loans. Now, this is the same Wells Fargo. This is the same Wells Fargo that said a minute ago the president couldn't find, great Black financial minds around him. Yet these people have come together. Ryan Glover, who's a business juggernaut in Atlanta, Andy Young, Bo Young, Paul Judge, who's a tech giant, got together and decided to do a bank. They know this is something I'm passionate about, something I've always wanted to be a part of. They invited me to be a part of it. I'm happily along because I think that for the future of people of color in this country, in particular Blacks and Latinos, if we don't control our dollars, we will not control our neighborhoods. If we don't control our neighborhood unit associations, we won't control local politics. And if we don't do that, we'll continue being victims of capitalism and not participants in it.
Wow. So how will opening this bank for our community help our people succeed finally with obtaining financial freedom?
Let me give people this. There is no one pill cure-all. What there is, though, is self-reliance and defiance to fail. You have to look fairly in the eyes and say, I'm not going to do it. So if I make $1, I'm going to save 20 cents. If I wasn't doing that, then I'd be going to a check cashing place, maybe charging me 20 cents to cash my dollar. Check cashing places in our community are like grocery store deserts. They have to die. You can't get to a grocery store, so you end up eating junk food and bad food. You can't get to a real brick and mortar bank because they pull it out of your community. You end up going to check cashing places that rob you. Greenwood puts the bank in your hand. You have a full service bank, FDIC insured, in your hand. So the same way you can now tip dancers in the strip club with your PayPal account, you'll be able to do all your banking from your phone. And for my 13-year-old daughter, She does her banking from her phone. She doesn't do her banking. She doesn't march down to the bank like my grandmother did for me. So if you're Black, Latino, working class, any color, race, creed, religion, sex, doesn't matter to us. We think that the future of banking, and in particular the future of Black, Latino banking, are going to be in Greenwood. And for those that are familiar with the Tulsa riots and the Tulsa race massacre, Greenwood is named for the town that was massacred years ago that was called the Black Wall Street. And they want to make sure that even though that physical place was burned to the ground, the spirit of self-reliance and we can do it and we can master capitalism has not.
I can't even ask no more. I got tears in my eyes. I got chills.
Well, I got something to say, Rick. Killer Mike, you know how we are our own worst enemy. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, how do some people deal with not trusting putting their money in a black bank?
That's a great question. Let me tell you, my grandmother died. My grandma taught me how to bank. My grandma died. My sister still found $2,000 under the mattress. Okay. And my kids, God forbid, I should die right now. My kids still gonna find some money in the shoebox because you never know he's gonna have to grab a wad of cash. So I understand that compulsion, but what we can't do is continue to put all our money in the shoebox and under the carpet. And we cannot continue to let check cash in place rob us blind. I understand people's apprehension in terms of banking. With that said, most of us have to bank in some way. It just depends on if it's predatory, like a check cash in place, or those quick loan places, or if it's something that helps you. Greenwood is a real bank. It's in your phone. You bank right, it reflects upon your credit score right. It also does this. Say you get paid on a Friday, but rent is due as Wednesday. You're going to be able to collect your pay on Wednesday because Greenwood knows your payment is coming Friday, and you have built that trust relationship there. So I just want to tell Black people that in some way you're going to be involved in capitalism. I would rather us be a participant in it than a victim of it. So everyone needs a banking account. Everyone needs to be moving with a banking account that has lower fees or no hidden fees. Everyone needs to be with a banking account that is FDIC insured. And everyone needs that in our community to do things like bill credit, home loans, car loans, and in the future, business loans. So I want them to start to build a trust relationship by getting an actual account with us and letting us build that with you.
Right.
Wow, man.
I know, right? That's awesome.
That's so dope. Congratulations again, man. Hey, Mike, let everybody know how you could be reached and followed, and give them the information on Greenwood Bank again.
Well, look, everybody who's out there jamming, man, don't forget to pick up RTJ4. It's out. When hopefully we'll be nominated for a Grammy. We're in Billboard right now. Greenwood Bank. Go to www.greenwood.com. Sign up and pre-register now. They're officially going to be opening accounts in January. And I want to challenge the culture. I want to challenge everyone of the culture to move, if not all, some of your money there, because we need to come out with a big statement saying that we will no longer just give our money away and it never comes back. We will no longer put our money in outside resources without investing in ourselves. Doesn't mean you can't have a bank account with one of the big four, but save something for yourself like your mother would tell you. So let's make Greenwood be, if not your first bank, one of the banks you're using for y'all real ballers out there. And let's make sure we're building up our own community in much the way Greenwood and Tulsa did, so that we don't have to have one Black Wall Street like Auburn Avenue and Edgewood, like Harlem, like South and West Side Chicago. We can have many Black Wall Streets across this nation.
Man, I'm in, Mike. Man. I'm in.
It sounds so dope.
I'm in. You have my opening up my account, doggone.
Okay,
sure. Get me along over to me a barbershop too. I'm gonna learn to cut hair and everything.
Yeah, look, Ricky, you gonna bring us to Alabama. I'm gonna give you the rights to all the swag shops in Alabama, man. We gonna have to figure out the business to do that, man. I want to get in Birmingham, Montgomery. Look, my family from a town so small. They from Tuskegee. It's probably just put half a swag shop there. Because after the college leave, ain't nobody there no more. It's just me and my cousin.
hey, Mike, I'm with it. Hey, love you, brother. Appreciate you, man.
Love y'all. Absolutely. Have a great morning.
There it is, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen, Killer Mike. Mike. All right, y'all. Rick's About the Morning Show. Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. What up, Jeff?
My man, Rick, what's up, brother? I got 3 things for you, my friend. And you watched, I know, as many of us did, the 7-Eleven debate last night. Didn't it look like there was a 7-Eleven in the hood with all that glass between them?
Oh, yeah. 7-Eleven debate.
It was crazy. But listen, I don't want to get too much into the circus of that, but I just have, as much as I have some things that I disagree with as it relates to Kamala Harris. I thought that She exhibited in a real way why she's been able to do all the things she's been able to do. And I think that there are a lot of us that heavily critique her in areas that are relevant, especially around her record. But Rick, I don't know if a lot of us can imagine what it means to be a black woman who has been elected a DA and an attorney general and a senator, and what is required her to do to be able to get there. And I mean by way of having to manage who she is as a powerful woman, so that she doesn't get critiqued even by other women, or how she has had to hold in things that men in many cases would have been able to let go. And I think we saw that last night when Pence was just ridiculously attempting to control the pace and the flow of the debate by not answering questions. And she didn't answer some questions too. But I think, often intentionally attempted to not answer clear questions around transfer of power, around how they're managing pre-existing condition and others. And so I don't know if last night's debate changed many people's opinions, but for me at least showed, I think, a level of strength in Kamala Harris that I appreciated, in lieu of the fact that she could potentially, if they win, be the next president of the United States. But Rick, there's something I want to do over the next couple of weeks, and that is I want to start going deep on what's at stake in certain states. And so the first one is Florida. And if you don't live in Florida, we're going to get to you as we go through these weeks. Many of you know the registration deadline just passed on October 6th. Early voting starts on October 24th. And so if you are in Florida, early voting starts on October 24th, which means you have the ability to start turning in those ballots. You, of course, can mail in your ballots at any point in time, but there is early voting starting on October 24th for those of you that want to take advantage of early voting. Rick, there's some real stuff on the ballot in Florida that is not about the president of the United States. So you've got a Miami-Dade mayor's race. So all of my folks understand, a lot of people don't understand that Miami-Dade is more powerful and has more resources than actually the city of Miami. And so that Miami-Dade County mayoral race is huge for those of you that are there. Florida's 26th and 27th congressional districts are going to be voted on on this ballot. But there's something big, too. Broward County is going to be electing a sheriff. And for those of you that know anything about county sheriffs, again, there's a hell of a lot of power that is yielded by those sheriffs. And so, you know, that means if you're in Fort Lauderdale, if you are in Hollywood, if you are in that part of southern Florida, almost like upper southern Florida, you got a sheriff that you are going to be voting for. So it's going to be important for you to understand who is running for those positions and how that is potentially going to impact you. And then lastly, Rick, you got a Broward County School Board. And if there was no time that was important to know who's on your school board and what that's going to mean by not only way of curriculum, but the policies that are going to impact what school's going to look like moving forward. On the other end of this pandemic, you're going to want to make sure you know the nine seats in Broward County. We got to make sure you all are actively involved in who the new members of that school board is. And so, Rick, what I want to do is every Tuesday and Thursday, I'm going to go deep into at least one state so that we are not just talking about the presidential election, but we are talking about the other things that are at stake. Because in Florida, there's also a bunch of ballot initiatives and everything from increasing the minimum wage. You know what the minimum wage is in Florida right now, Rick?
What?
It's dumb. It's damn near nothing. It's like $8.
Oh, wow.
But they're saying that this ballot initiative would move it to $15 by 2026. Right. And so, again, that's on the ballot. And so I don't care what you think about President of the United States. I want you to vote for everything on the ballot. But if you so irritated and pissed off that you turned off by that, you can't be turned off by the fact that if you're in Florida, you can determine what the minimum wage is going to be, how there's constitutional, that they're changing the way the primary works. So we're going to be on this, Rick, because I want to make sure our listeners in particular know everything that's on the ballot in their state. So we got enough time over the next 30 plus days that we're going to hit all of these states that matter and where the most of our listeners are. So you all go to Ballotpedia to find out what's currently on your ballot. Hit me at Jeff's Nation if you have any questions. But we're going to be a source for you to get real information on what's at stake beyond the president, even as we navigate all this damn noise in this political cycle. So those are 3 things I got, Rick. Again, y'all can hit me at Jeff's Nation on all social media. Love you, brother. And I'm going to talk to y'all on next week.
Hey, man, I appreciate you, Jeff.
I'm so ready,
To all
Ricky.
the hard-working women and everyday super moms, we got a little something for you. It's Eva's Corner on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
3 minutes after the hour, it is time for Eva's Corner. What up?
What's up, Ricky? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, today's going to be a little controversial. This is Eva's Corner, where we talk about everything womanhood, motherhood, and the juiciness in between. So my question is, what do you do when a guest or someone makes you feel uncomfortable in your own home? So I want to start it with this, Ricky. As Black women, the term angry Black woman is cemented in our brains. And a lot of us try extremely hard not to be the stereotype, even though oftentimes we have justified reasons to be angry. And we are Black and we are women. So that's just the setup. I'll give you a story. Every single Sunday, I do family dinner at my house. To know me is to know I am the big mama of the family. Don't let petite fool you. So if you come by my house, I have a corner crib. You see cars everywhere, people in the front, in the back. We're hanging out. It's just what we do. So this particular Sunday that just passed, my neighbor, who I'm friendly with, she's a white woman. She just moved in not too long ago. She decided to invite herself to my home. She brought over a off-brand bottle of vodka and decided to gift it to me. Very nice gesture. Then she invited herself inside my home, looked around my house, talked about how different it looked than her house, went to my cabinet to get a glass, to get some wine, and opened my refrigerator. Rickey Smiley, when I tell you, every single, listen, my ancestral blood, everything in my body wanted to pop this lady. You hear me? But I'm here. I have my little cousins here, my aunts here, have my elders. You know, even though I'm the big mama, I have a lot of elders around me. So we're very respectful. I am from a very traditional Black family.
Gary, are you getting nervous? Gary, are you clutching your pearls?
I'm clutching my pearls.
She made my skin crawl. So I got so mad. So first I went outside because Mike was on the front porch smoking a cigar. I said, baby, it might get ruckus. It might get crazy in the house. I'm just going to let you know because Karen is about to get booted. So then I walked back into the house and I said, listen up, everybody. It's time to shut it down. I pointed to all my cousins and said, all y'all are fine. Whoever I didn't say, got to go. So the white lady looks over. She was the only one who I weren't talking to. She looked over and was like, oh, I guess I'll go. I said, Auntie Sherry, can you do me a favor and walk her out? And she walked her out. But this is my thing, Ricky. In what world, especially in United States of America, can a Black person walk into a white person's house, invite themselves, open their cabinets and refrigerator, and feel like that's okay?
Now I actually can go to my next door neighbor house and just walk in there and open up.
That's your people, though. Y'all have that relationship.
Right.
So this is my point. My point is this. There are a lot of allies out there, white people that are not racist, so they think, and would like to figure out how to join in this collective to bring harmony to the Black race. Let me tell you something. Just because you are ally, remember, your privilege is embedded in you. So just because you look at me and don't think I'm a horrible person does not still allow you to move about my world as if you are carte blanche. You are you and I am me. Point blank and period. So the white allies, check your privilege. Check your privilege.
What do y'all think about that? What do you think, Brad? What do you think, Gary?
I don't think nobody should come in your house and open your cabinet or your refrigerator, no matter what color you are. Like, have some respect for my crib, unless I know you like that. But if you came uninvited, hell no, don't touch nothing.
Yeah, but y'all usually tell your neighbors, make yourself at home.
I didn't say that.
Oh, you didn't say that?
You gotta wait to hear that. You gotta wait to hear that.
Get that approval.
What did she get out the refrigerator? Eva, I need the details.
She went in my refrigerator talking about, I'm looking for a chaser. I'm like, a chaser for what? Because we're grown. We're drinking wine.
Okay,
Eva. What you chase?
Eva, what was the name, off-name brand of the vodka? I need to know.
Purity Organic Vodka. She went and opened up the vodka that she gifted me, Ricky. She opened it. She opened it, poured it in a wine glass, turned on my faucet under my sink, and put water in it.
So, Eva, the gift that she brought you was her excuse to
come in my house.
herself in. Exactly.
Yes.
She wanted you to taste it to see what it tastes like.
I have been hot as fish grease. I have been hot as fish grease for 4 days.
Why don't you do like I do? Meet them on the porch and pull the door up behind you. You could have eliminated all of that.
It's kind of Mike, because Mike was nice, and Mike just thought the lady was going to give me the bottle, but no, she came in and walked. It was so uncomfortable. So now every time,
let me help you. When people come in your house, I'm going to tell you how you set boundaries without setting boundaries. When they walk in and say, hey, have a seat. Point them, guide them to the seat. Have a seat. See, you can stop.
But what do you do if you don't want them to have a seat? I don't even want you to sit.
If they came in, they bought a bottle of wine, they trying to be nice. So you trying to balance out between that or whatever, or just if you don't want them in there, just turn them on around at the door. Don't give them no leeway to get to the refrigerator or the cabinet or whatever. Just say, hey, we're because I do it like, hey, we're social distancing today. So we all. There's a couple of people in here who COVID test just came back positive. So you need to step outside where you want you and your family can be safe. Something like that. I'll show you. I'll put you up on game how the guy, because you got nosy black people and aunties that get way too familiar, as my grandmama would call them. My grandmama told her, I said, baby, I don't tour people around my house and show people my bedroom. I heard my grandmama say that. Yeah. So you say, hey, have a seat. And then after she seats, say, hey, and then you get her a cup or let her sit there and drink and stay right here. I'll be right back. And that's how you kind of coach.
But didn't a woman have a right to go where her bottle went?
No, she don't have a right to go nowhere on my property. My property is owned by the Sterlings.
Well, you need a screen door. This is what happens. See, y'all moving to these new houses, and these houses don't have no screen door.
Yep.
See, you get you a screen door and put that screen door on the hook, you'll eliminate all that, because you can have a good conversation through the screen and eliminate. If they would have had a screen door at the debate last night, that fly wouldn't have got on Mike Pence.
That's right.
Y'all give it up for Eva's Corner.
Yeah.
Shout out to my church, man, Faith Walkers and Pastor Kevin Bryant. He always play that, Brett, when we doing tithes and offering, and you just walk around and he play that. I just think that is so great and outside of the box. You just don't have to play. You can't beat God's giving all the time. Why can't you play happy?
Right.
It's a happy song, man. I just remember sitting in church like watching people walk around and pay their tithes and offering. I'm like, wow, this is just absolutely so amazing. So outside of the box, not stuck in tradition. Man, my pastor Kevin Bryant is just a real deal. It's like watching a pastor mixed with Cedric the Entertainer. Man, he's funny and he had a good word. So you can watch him online, Faith Walkers, every Sunday, man. But that's what it remind me of. What does it remind y'all of? Take us back.
Ricky, can I be honest? Honest?
Yeah.
I like the song, but I just didn't like it just now.
Why?
Why not?
Because Eva's Corner had my mind in a certain space.
What happened?
And then y'all come happy popping up after.
That's to bring you out of the bad space you was in.
No, it just didn't do something for me.
The song puts you in a better place, though.
So Gary, what's bothering you about what Eva said?
Her story was just good and interesting. It's almost like I want to be mad for a minute.
So are you mad at the lady for going in the refrigerator?
Not really. I ain't mad at her.
So you're mad at for how Eva treated the lady?
I'm just mad at that, but I'm just mad that Happy just popped up. And I wasn't ready to be happy.
We should have played Soon I Will Be Done
something
with the trouble of the world. Trouble.
You're not ready to be happy.
Yes, you could have played something.
To be with God.
I mean, Happy just came up, all of us, and just popped up. And I'm like, I'm not trying to be happy. I want to marinate.
So what you think we was supposed to play? I'm going up yonder. I'm going up yonder to
We could have played anything but happy. I just was not ready for happy.
We'll do some sad songs tomorrow. How about that?
Because it just came up.
I know you want to hear Tremaine Hawkins. Which one? I'm gonna find that song. Hey, Super Day. We're gonna pull up. What's the Tremaine Hawkins song you like?
Now you made me forget it. Hell, what is it?
No. It's a song by Tremaine Hawkins that make Gary cry. So we're gonna play that with songs that stay in your head all day tomorrow, and where you can get it out your system. Is that cool, Gary?
No, I like today's song. Don't get me wrong, but it just didn't come after Eva's Corner.
We got to pick it up. I mean, you
gotta pick it up. He just came out too quick. I'm like,
glad you ain't no damn program director at a radio station. Front page up next.
News headlines, entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 26 minutes after the hour. Hey, this segment is being brought to you by Urban One. That's right, exercise your right to vote and participate in the political process. Get out and vote on November the 3rd and stand up for what you believe. Go to newsone.com/vote for all your election information. What up, Eva?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, everyone, and happy Thursday. I'm your girl, Eva Marcille, here with a quick look at your front page news. So, breaking news this morning. Donald Trump is now refusing to participate in the next presidential debate with Joe Biden, which is scheduled to take place next Thursday. So, because the president has COVID-19, the debate has been moved to a virtual format. However, this morning, Trump told Fox News, I'm not going to waste my time doing a virtual debate. So Joe Biden leads Trump by 11 percentage points nationally and 52 percentage points to 42%. Meanwhile, the vice presidential debate between Vice President Mike Pence and Democratic nominee Kamala Harris took place last night. Although everyone is talking about the fly that landed on Mike Pence's head, he talked about the issues of racism and police brutality in America. The debate also covered the coronavirus pandemic, China, the Supreme Court, climate change, and the Breonna Taylor case. Now, speaking of the Breonna Taylor case, the internal investigation report on the Breonna Taylor case was released to the public yesterday. Now, one of the key takeaways from the report showed that the police department used false evidence to obtain this no-knock warrant that led to her death. Now, remember, the police were after Breonna's ex-boyfriend, who was believed to be a drug dealer. Police said they had evidence from the U.S. Postal Service confirming that Breonna's ex was receiving packages of drugs at her home, but that turned out to not at all be true. Also, Derek Chauvin, the former Minneapolis police officer charged with killing George Floyd, is out of jail after posting $1 million bond. Now, we're not exactly sure who picked up the money to bail him out, but he is due back in court in March. Meanwhile, Jacob Blake has been moved to Wisconsin Hospital to a spinal injury recovery rehab facility. And in weather, Hurricane Delta is moving into the Gulf Coast and expected to make landfall in Louisiana this weekend. Now, this will be the third hurricane to hit the Gulf area this year. And really quickly, TMZ is reporting that Jacob Blake's dad is getting death threats, which is part of the reason he was moved from the hospital in Wisconsin to a rehab facility. All right, that was a quick look at your headline news. For more, log on to the...
shot in the back. Your son gets shot in the back, and now you getting death threats. That's how crazy they are.
Crazy.
This is America.
That's how crazy they are. And that's why everybody need to be armed and ready to protect themselves from craziness stuff like that. You get mad. He's the victim. He's the victim. But you're mad at him for why he getting death threats? That's crazy. Crazy. All right, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Rock.
No, Rock Teasy Fosheezy. What's going down in
Crazy
sports?
and senseless. Real quick tonight, Thursday night football, Tampa Bay versus the Chicago Bears. Both teams 3-1. Tampa Bay is looking better and better each week. They starting to heat up. So pick Tampa Bay to win this game. The rest of Rock T NFL picks of the week will be tomorrow. There will probably be many NFL games canceled or postponed due to this positive players and staff members testing positive for COVID-19 over the next few weeks. We're going to see what happens. Matter of fact, Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes and his pregnant fiance are sleeping in different bedrooms right now. because one of the Chiefs players tested positive, and Patrick just wants to be careful and be safe and don't want to, he's quarantining himself pretty much. So we'll see what happens, man. Last but not least,
what, Gary?
She getting that money, baby. She done got her insurance policy. She said, you go ahead and sleep over there now.
$500 million.
It ain't got nothing to do with the quarantine, Gary.
Nothing to do with the quarantine, honey. She done got her policy. She finna take care of her good family now. Mama, I got it. Sorry, Rock T.
On that note, the brat got the hot spot. Let's go.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and let's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
29 before the top of the hour. Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Brett got your hot spot. What up, Brett?
What up, Ricky? Good morning, everybody. I'm your girl, Brett Tat Tat, and this is the hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So let's get off into this thing. Netflix has been indicted by Texas Tyler County Grand Jury over the film Cuties. According to docs obtained by E, the streaming service is facing the charge of promotion of lewd visual material depicting a child. The docs go on to state that Cuties is compromised of visual material which depicts the lewd exhibition of the genitals or pubic area of a clothed or partially clothed child who was younger than 18 years old. Netflix responded to the allegations and said in a statement to Cuties is a social commentary against the sexualization of young women. This charge is without merit and we stand by the film. Whew. All right, y'all, moving on. Anne Heche, everybody wanted to know why she walked off and stormed off besides being so upset when Tyra Banks made that mistake and announced the wrong couple. So she said that before her performance, she opened up about her relationship with Ellen DeGeneres, which she had never discussed or hadn't discussed in depth. And she discussed the scrutiny of their relationship and what it faced. And she said that the elimination coupled with her finally opening up left her feeling raw. She says the honest truth is that it took 20 years to process and share that story. So finally telling it and being voted off on the same night was not the best feeling. And execs from ET said that they want to be clear, this is not Tyra's fault. It was a behind the scenes issue. So what y'all think about that?
Gary?
Well, I mean, Tyra, it may have not been her fault, but Tyra should have, in broadcasting school, they say don't rip and read. So she should have read that before she came out and announced it. So
yeah, but accidents happen. This is not the first time something like this has happened. And y'all can't just string her up on the cross. Like, this lady does so good. This is the one thing she did bad.
Yeah, well, Steve Harvey did one thing bad too, so let's try him.
It's not her fault.
Yeah, well, she was still making the money and getting the check.
I think Mr. What's his name? He messed that one up.
Who?
She didn't mess that up. Huh?
Mr. Who?
What's his name? Steve Harvey. Steve Harvey.
Oh, thank you. With Miss Universe.
I think Steve Harvey read the cards wrong himself. I think they gave her the wrong cards. She read what they wrote. So this wasn't her fault.
Well, they say you're supposed to ask questions before you go out.
That's what people get paid to do. Okay, you know what? With that stupidity, we're going to wrap up the hot spot right there. Coming up next, we're going to do a recap of the VP debate, and we got the praise mixed down with the White Stone. What?
I need to make a correction. Early voting in Florida starts October the 19th.
Okay.
All right, Miami, Dade, Broward, Duval, everybody, Orlando, Gainesville, Tallahassee. Y'all come on, Poking Bean, Liberty City, Hollywood. Everybody on Dania Beach Boulevard. Miami, stand up. Shout out to all of y'all that's listening to us on 105. October the 19th. Early voting starts in Florida, so get ready for that. Brett, thank you. I appreciate you.
Thank you, sir.
In this hot spot. Give it up for Brett. All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. We got the one and only attorney Glennon Threet this morning. Glennon, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky, and good morning to your radio audience.
Hey, man.
Morning.
Happy to have you this morning. A lot of stuff going on. You know, Vice President Mike Pence and Democratic nominee Senator Kamala Harris faced off last night in Salt Lake City, Utah, sitting distance from each other by more than 12 feet with talking through a plexiglass shield between them as precautions against coronavirus. The first topic was the Trump administration handling of the coronavirus. Here's what she had to say.
The American people have witnessed what is the greatest failure of any presidential administration in the history of our country. They knew and they covered it up. The president said it was a hoax. They minimize the seriousness of it.
Yeah, and so what do you think about that, Glennon?
Well, she's right, Ricky. You know, the president and Vice President Pence continue to ignore the truth that there have been 210,000 funerals that probably could have been prevented had they done what should have been done. And the truth of it, and this is something that Pence refused to answer, is why is it that of all the wealthy countries in the world, America is dead last in terms of our ability to protect the lives of people from COVID-19?
Now, Pence, who heads the president's coronavirus task force, defended the administration's handling of the pandemic, citing Trump's early ban on travel from China and what he described as the biggest mobilization since World War II. Check this out.
From the very first day, President Donald Trump has put the health of America first. Before there were more than 5 cases in the United States, all people who had returned from China. President Donald Trump did what no other American president had ever done, and that was he suspended all travel from China, the second largest economy in the world.
And then he had the nerve to mention the swine flu in the Obama administration. What are your thoughts of that, Glennon?
President Trump's position on that issue reminds me of a child who lies to conceal the lie that he already told. Remember what our grandmoms used to tell us? If you lie, you got to tell a lie that cover up that lie. That's what they're doing. They're forgetting the fact that we know from Bob Woodward's books that the president admitted in his own voice that he lied to the American people to keep them from knowing the truth because he didn't want them to know the condition that the country was in. And now we're in the worst economic depression that we've been in. 210,000 people are dead, over 7 million cases. And if people look at this administration and say that they're better off than they were at the end of the Barack Obama administration, it has to be crazy.
Now, here's Pence and Harris on taxes and health care.
Joe Biden and Kamala Harris want to raise taxes. They want to bury our economy under a $2 trillion Green New Deal, which you were one of the original co-sponsors of in the United States Senate. They want to abolish fossil fuels and ban fracking, which would cost hundreds of thousands of American jobs all across the heartland.
On day one, Joe Biden will repeal that tax bill. He'll get rid of it. And what he'll do with the money is invest it in the American people. If you have a pre-existing condition, heart disease, diabetes, breast cancer, they're coming for you.
What do you
If you love someone who has a pre-existing condition, they're coming for you.
What are your thoughts?
You know, Ricky, I see a president who paid $750 in federal income taxes. You paid more than that when you're working at Chuck E. Cheese. You know, and they see race, ethnicity as pre-existing conditions. They are in court right now trying to repeal health insurance for 23 million people, and Mike Pence has the nerve to look into the camera and tell people that they care about the health and well-being of the American people. I just don't understand the duplicity and the lying and deceit of this administration. They think that we don't have access to the facts.
Now, Kamala Harris claims that the fight for racial justice is legitimate and ongoing and called for police reform. Here's what she said about that.
Bad cops are bad for good cops. We need reform of our policing in America and our criminal justice system, which is why Joe and I will immediately ban chokeholds and carotid holds. George Floyd would be alive today if we did that. And people around our country of every race, of every age, of every gender, perfect strangers to each other, marched shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm, fighting for us to finally achieve that ideal of equal justice under law.
And for Mike Pence to try to make it seem like anybody that's against police brutality or terrorists or, you know, burning up buildings and all this kind of stuff. What are your thoughts on that exchange?
Ricky, that was the point in the debate when I almost turned off my TV. Mike Pence couldn't even admit that Breonna Taylor's murder was a murder and was unjustified killing by the police. They absolutely refused to say anything negative about policing because they want their votes and support. It's the same way that they support white supremacists. They don't care. They just want votes and financial support. I think that the Biden-Harris ticket has a good idea in terms of police reform because we need police reform in the United States. That is blatantly clear.
There it is, man. Hey, Glenn, we got attorney Glennon Threet on with us this morning. Glennon, let everybody know how you can be reached.
You can reach me at G3 on Twitter and follow me and I'll follow you back and get out and vote.
There it is, man. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show coming up. Thank you, Glennon.
Thank you, Ricky.